What's going on, Top 10 Nerd family, and welcome back. Here are our top 10 most powerful gods in comics part 2. But before we get started, make sure you guys are following our Instagram account at Top 10 Nerd Official. Go check it out. But here to break down some more gods for you, I'm Taylor McWatters. Let's just get to it. Starting off with number 10, Zeus. First appearing in Superman 28 back in 1944, Zeus is a name many would recognize, not just comic book fans. So Zeus is the father of many, including none other than Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, who I'll get to a bit later on in the list. Zeus is one of the gods of Olympus, so he basically possesses unlimited power. He's kind of a big deal in mythology. Kind of. Which one would only expect being the son of Cronus and Rhea. How powerful is Zeus, you ask? Well, for starters, he can manipulate weather, like the weather. Little less known fact about him is he could also shapeshift, resurrect the dead, and create new life. Zeus was referenced in the 2017 Wonder Woman film, obviously, along with other Olympian gods. We catch a look at him in the Justice League movie, and I would love to see more of this guy. I mean, he uses a lightning bolt to separate the 3 mother boxes in the film. I would love to see more of these things that he can do. Like, it's Zeus. Can we just get an entire trilogy? I'll watch it. If you haven't already seen Justice League, you might as well wait for the Snyder Cut at this point. Number 9, METRON. Making his first appearance in New Gods Godhead issue 1 back in 2014, METRON is also referred to as the owner of the Morbius chair. He created the technology known as boom tubes. He also once survived an attack from Darkseid's daughter, and if you're not aware of who Darkseid is, that's why we have part 1, so go on over and check that out as soon as you're done here. METRON, okay, he's considered one of the most intelligent beings in existence, for good reason. This Morbius chair I mentioned, it's a pretty sweet setup. It allows for METRON to travel between any location and timeline in any universe at any time. Batman once had this chair and he still was concerned about street crimes. Classic Batsy. That is until Owlman came in and ruined the day. Number 8, HIGHFATHER. Also known as Isaiah the Inheritor, he made his first appearance in Wonder Woman Volume 4, Issue 14. He's the ruler of New Genesis and is a powerful new god who wants to bring peace to the multiverse. And he's also out to destroy his brother and worst enemy, you guessed it, Darkseid, who again is covered in part 1. Just go check it out. Leave this video, go check it out and come back. No hard feelings. Isaiah lives outside of normal time and space as well, even the New 52 universes. So since he got his powers, he actually doesn't age. So that dude's gonna look fresh forever. He can also feel when something isn't right in the universes, especially when it has something to do with his brother Darkseid. He can also get in your head, like literally. He can mentally link himself to you and eventually cause physical damage. That's how powerful he is. And if that's not scary enough, he can take a regular boring human, like myself, and within seconds turn them into a new god just by thinking about it. He even once obtained the Genesis Scepter, channeling the white light of life, giving him access to the power of the life equation, but he ended up destroying it because he felt too much guilt. Too much power? I mean, maybe. We gotta draw the line somewhere. Number 7, Wonder Woman. The daughter of Zeus herself, I only thought it was fitting to put her in this list. We've seen her in movies deflecting bullets, and we're gonna see her ride lightning whenever Wonder Woman 1984 finally gets released. Wear a mask. But just how strong is Diana Prince? The Queen of the Amazons was living a pretty chill life. That is until Steve Trevor, played by the oh-so-fine Chris Pine, ended up crash landing on the island Themyscira. A tournament was held to decide who was going back to Man's Land with Trevor. So Diana thrived and even completed the final task of deflecting a bullet fired from her own mother. Awarded with the lasso of truth and a badass suit of armor, she was on her way to the top in no time. She was donned the name Wonder Woman by the press after she handled some terrorist. It's been handled, son! Using the bracelets of submission, she can deflect bullets. And as the bracelets are made of the 8th metal, which is a pretty strong metal, the lasso of truth is exactly what you think it is. The gods of Olympus gave it to the Amazons and it was their prized relic for a long time. She can actually blind you with this thing while making you spill your deepest, darkest secrets. So you don't want to bump into Diana Prince anytime soon, believe me. Number 6, Lucifer Morningstar. Making his first appearance in Sandman Volume 2, Issue 4, he's a fallen archangel and he actually used to rule hell at one point. That's right, like hell, you know. He was cast out for rebelling against the kingdom of heaven, so after about 10 billion years, give or take, he decided to abandon his lordship over hell. That's a long time, like a long time. During this time, Lucifer had manipulated the demons in hell so that they would go against each other. Like, he would just stir shit up, spreading rumors. It was basically a reality show for demons down there. He's like, yo man, Hela told me you couldn't read, is that true? While swirling some wine. I dig it. So eventually he got bored of this and decided it was time to move on. He was getting tired of being treated the same all the time. I mean, everyone thinks he's the guy that purchases and trades souls, which isn't exactly the case. His job description is just to punish whoever ends up down there. And he thought it was quite unfair that he had to rule there forever simply because he rebelled. Like, come on guys, it was one time, relax. So he handed the keys to hell over to two angels, Duma and Remiel, and retired to Earth. What a weird retirement. Yep, happy retirement. The subway never runs. You're gonna be late always. See ya. His powers, however, unmatchable. Because he's an archangel, he still retains some of those powers. Like, for starters, he can manipulate any external force for any effect he desires. He can create flames with his hands and then travel realm to realm. What a hot high five he would give. He can go to hell, literally, go to hell, and then immediately go to the void, which is a space outside of creation itself. His only weakness, if you want to call it a weakness, is that he can't create something from nothing. Big deal. He even once cast a spell on a door, making it so that if that door was opened, it would unmake all of creation. Not bad. I mean, that's, you know, for magic, not bad. I can do the thumb thing, so. What's up, Lucifer? Get at me, bro. Number 5, death. That's right, I said death. She's too powerful not to include. Being born with the universe, in a similar way eternity embodies life and growth, there has to be an equal and opposite, that being death, in which embodies decay and destruction. I like death a lot. The character. I don't walk around with Ouija boards on me. I'm not, you know, not into that. Well, I mean, kind of. We'll talk. Making her first appearance in Captain Marvel issue 26, Death is actually really close with Thanos. I was really hoping to see more of this relationship in the MCU, but I mean, Cate Blanchett playing Hela kind of filled that void for me a bit. That was good fun, she's great. But Death, yes, they're different. Death was intrigued by Thanos from the start. She manifested herself to look like a young girl in his school when he was just a little wee Thanos. Little wee Thane Thanos. She convinced Thanos to kill a whole nest of critters after the same critters allegedly were the cause of a recent cave collapse, killing Thanos' friends. So yeah, she's kind of like the bad cop. There's another character that's in love with Death, and that character happens to be the merc with the mouth, Deadpool. I'll save that for another time. So what can this cosmic level entity do besides whisper bad ideas in your head? Well, every lost soul belongs to her, simply put. She cannot die, obviously, as she's not really alive to begin with. In fact, Thanos and Gamora are the only ones that can actually see death in her true form, except for when you're dying. Then you'll see her for sure. And you don't want to see her. Number 4, Perpetua. Arguably the most feared being in the greater Omniverse, making her debut in Justice League Volume 4, Issue 8, Perpetua created the multiverse, using negative crisis energies, also referred to as the 7 hidden forces of creation. So once it was created, she then made 3 sons to inhabit the multiverse, those being Mar-Novu, Alpheus, and Morbius. The multiverse consists of 3 main realms with different matter. So Mar-Novu got the positive matter realm, Alpheus got the dark matter realm, and Morbius the antimatter realm. Perpetua's role was already filled, being the creator, so now all she has to do was just make sure her children don't die. Infinite power, biofusion, molecular reconstruction, reality alterations, this chick has it all. She even once sent the Justice Society of America back in time. I would be crazy not to have her in this list. You gotta check out more of her. Number 3, Gaia. First appearing in Doctor Strange Volume 2, Issue 6, Gaia uses an unlimited amount of power drawn from the Earth. She's literally Mother Earth. So whenever you hear people say that, now you have a face to put along with it. So before any life on Earth was even created, Gaia is commonly referred to as the caretaker of evolution. She was actually the one who decided for the dinosaurs to become extinct. She's like, yeah, you with the long neck, get out of here. You're a bit too much. Stop eating my trees, plants. Stop eating my shit. Get out of here. Beat it. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you for all those terrifying giant spiders in Australia. Hey, if anyone watches this from Australia, go close your windows right now. I know you forgot to close one and you're gonna thank me later for it. No giant spiders today, sir. So, she can use all of the spiritual energy of every living being on Earth, seeing as she's part of the Earth's life essence. She of course can manipulate weather, so if you're acting like a dick, she can just hurricane your town up for a couple days until you cool off. Using the Allspeak, not the Allspark, don't even think about comparing them, she can speak in every language of the 9 realms. I barely passed grade 9 French, so I mean, it's pretty impressive. Number 2, Surtur. We caught a glimpse of what this guy can do back in Thor Ragnarok, released in 2017, But what else is he able to do? I mean, who is this guy? Originally the ruler of Muspelheim, and as we saw briefly, the destroyer of Asgard. In the comics, Surtur was destined to be part of Ragnarok all along, using the Bifrost and the Twilight Sword. He's also the mortal enemy of Thor and his father Odin, who I'll get into a bit later on. So how strong is he though? Well, he possesses the power of 1,000 blazing suns. That's right, not just regular suns, blazing suns. He's 1,000 feet tall, give or take, and can even change sizes, so it doesn't even matter anyways. He of course has super strength, but here's the best part. Whenever he's reunited with the Eternal Flame, scratch that, whenever he's even close to the Eternal Flame's vicinity, his powers increase drastically. I mean, already this guy's fire powers are so strong, he could alter the Earth's temperature. Super hot fire, Surtur spits that. And finally, number 1, Odin. By Odin's beard! Okay, like I mentioned earlier, of course, Thor's father himself has to be in this list. Also, this list isn't in any particular order, so don't be giving me in the comics. I'm just throwing them out there. Odin might be my favorite god on this list, simply because Sir Anthony Hopkins plays him in the MCU. The former king of Asgard himself, Odin, protector of the 9 realms, adoptive father of Loki and father to Thor and Hela, the god of thunder and goddess of death. Even us on Earth consider him the god of wisdom. I mean, Anthony Hopkins. Kinda makes sense. Not gonna argue it. Making his debut in Journey into Mystery number 86, Odin defeated Surtur when he was just a young lad. So his brothers had been killed by the fire beast, and then they gave their powers right to Odin. So from the start, this dude was shredded. He took away Thor's powers 3 times. 3. You think after losing that hammer the second time, you'd be like, alright, fine, I won't start any fights, you win. I wish we saw more of Odin in the MCU. I mean, hopefully we get to see a de-aged version with Anthony Hopkins kicking ass in a prequel, or even a flashback. I would settle for a nice, juicy flashback in Thor Love and Thunder. They're so good at de-aging over there. Besides Peggy Carter, they nail it. CGI mouth, I don't know, didn't work for me. Well, there you have it, guys. Which powerful god from comics did we miss? Let us know down below so we can check them out. And as always, thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, hit that bell, you know what to do. We'll catch you next time. See ya.